a brawl going on because somebody wanted to paint the walls of the sanctuary and they couldn't agree on the color. And like there was almost fist fights going on. Not all churches cooperate, okay? Sometimes churches don't cooperate that well. But even more than that, how about cooperating with other churches, right? You see, here's the thing. When churches don't cooperate, the reason that most churches don't cooperate is because they don't have a firm theology. They don't know what they believe or why they believe it, right? And when you have a church that doesn't know what they believe, well, then you believe everything. And when you believe everything, then really you believe nothing. And that breeds disunity. And that breeds fights and conflicts and all kinds of stuff like that. And that's why it's so important to know what you believe and to have a central belief system that everything else can be filtered through what you believe. I believe this is true, and everything we do is filtered through this. Instead of let everything happen and let's just see what happens. So there's a big difference there, right? But that's not really what we're looking at this morning. This morning we're going to talk about what it looks like to cooperate with other churches. It's important to cooperate together as a church inside of these walls, but it's equally important to cooperate with churches outside of these walls, with other Christians, right? And so that's what we're going to talk about this morning. And the question is it okay to cooperate with other churches? Like, that's a question. What type of churches should we be cooperating with? Should we be careful about the churches that we join forces with or join hands in ministry with, or should we have a barrier somehow, some kind of a barrier to protect us as a church to say, okay, these are the churches that we cooperate with and these are the ones that we don't? Well, luckily, we have a statement of faith. We have a doctrinal position about that very question, and here it is. We believe that local churches can best promote the cause of Jesus Christ by cooperating with one another in denominational organization. Such an organization, whether a regional or district conference, exists and functions by the will of the churches. Cooperation in a conference is voluntary and may be terminated at any time. Churches may likewise cooperate with interdenominational fellowships on a voluntary, independent basis. Okay, here's what that means. Here's what listen, we are part of a network of churches, a denomination called Converge Mid-America, okay? And we're saying Converge Mid-America, that's the safe zone. Like, we know what they believe, and we're good there. And then outside